Welcome back. So it's been a while and I'm not sure really what we were doing. I think we went to speak to Nico. About what, I don't know. I'm not really sure. And I don't think, do we have a task list or something? There must have been keys to get somewhere, which I don't remember. Which of course I can't find. So I think we're just gonna, oh wait, there's a bag over here. We have a super key, a red nose, a tissue, a photograph, an ID card, matchbook, and a hand buzzer. What we could do is we could speak to her again, but I think we already did that.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. How's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Maybe not yet. But I see your paths entwined in the future.
I doubt it.
That is very true. Wanna talk about her?
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
This old lady's just giving away all her secrets. Do you know this man?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
Oh. Gee, I don't know what else. I can speak to her about the flowers, but I don't know why.
What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me.
Wait, do you want to be romantic with her?
What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
Alright. Let's leave.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I always think when during an interaction or whatever I get music that I'm on the right track. But nothing happened, so I guess not. So we'll just leave. Because I think what we did, but I didn't check that because most of the time I usually check my last recording to get a feel of what we did. But I didn't this time. But I think we spoke to her. Let me see, so we're here. So we can go to the police, we can go to the museum. I think that's new. Let's do that. Yeah, this is definitely new. Do you want to peek in the window? Or the bushes, do we need to hide there?
I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and bolting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
You think? What about just looking?
Through the grimy glass, I could see several large shapes in a gloomy room. What they were, I couldn't imagine.
Several shapes in a gloomy room. That's interesting. I want to know what that is. Can we just go in here and we'll see
A
them?
real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me.
Yeah, you're not that.
Access to the side and rear of the museum building was blocked by a dense clump of bushes.
So I'm getting the feeling that I'm not gonna be able to enter through this entrance. And I need to find another way. But I'm not sure yet, but I think that's what it is. See, there's a guard. Can I just walk freely? Oh, I can. Handle. Wait, let me see what's here. So we have a statue. A handle I think we need to do something with. Display cases. An urn. Tapestry. Totem pole. Tripod. Sarcophagus. I do remember, because I haven't played this game in years. Like, maybe 10 years. Probably longer. But I do remember we need to do something with this. At night, hide in it or something like that. I'm not sure though. And I think we need to get rid of the guard as well. So let's start over here. We're just a tourist.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking. but the case was locked.
Yeah, of course it is. We're just tourists looking around. Don't mind us.
The statue didn't deserve to be mauled by a Philistine like me.
Also, if I can't speak, it's because...
The case contained a collection of rocks. They were all shapes and colors, but they were still rocks. Above them, a sign read, L'Âge Paléolithique.
It's because I'm real tired. I have really worked real hard this week, so... Look at the statue.
It was a statue from ancient Egypt. Those old
Ooh.
civilizations sure could teach us a few things about art and beauty.
And other things, which we won't talk about right now.
I tried to sneak my hand inside.
Alright, so if I left click with the magnifying glass, it's just gonna say the same thing every time, so I'm not gonna do that.
The case contained some fragments of pottery.
So
They
we
looked to
have
me like
rocks.
broken flower pots. Above them, a sign read, L'Âge Paléolithique.
So we have rocks, we have, what did he just say, pottery?
The case contained 2 rows of silver coins. Each coin in the lower row showed a portrait of a guy with a huge nose.
With a huge nose.
I looked down at a collection of tools with wooden handles and tarnished metal blades. There were knives, chisels, and spikes fanned out in a semicircle. I guess there's always been a need for home improvement.
I think we need those, right? Urn?
There was nothing in the urn. It was a large brass urn.
Wait, did you just open it? Or is it open? Look at the tapestry. Is it about the Knights Templar?
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
How wise are you?
It was a tapestry of a lady, a lion, and a unicorn. If I'd had more time, I could have stared at it all day.
I'm gonna look at... I wanted to look at the thing behind him, but the guard is in the way. I was gonna say look at all the cases and then speak to the guard. I think the other ones I can't look at. Alright, so they're not important.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript.
Oh, I need
A
that.
notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Why there's no one here and we're not in a library? Are you not allowed to speak in a museum? You are, right? That's rubbish. Let's look at the handle before doing something with it.
A metal rod attached to the wall was connected to the window.
Yeah, of course, that's how it works. What are you gonna do with it?
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
Oh. Alright, I don't know if I need to do that, but yeah, I did that, so. Let's speak to the guard, can we? If he stops walking for a bit. Did I just break the game? Oh, he's closing it again. Alright. I need to get rid of him, I think.
Pardon me,
Oui, monsieur?
are you Labino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Labino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it there. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Alright, is it normal to speak to me in that... Look at them standing. He's literally standing on my feet. He's basically inside of me speaking to me. Come on. Let's be normal
Forget
for a
it.
bit. Go over here and speak to me like a normal person. Instead of being weird. Come over here. Again.
Pardon me,
Oui, monsieur?
So I can ask about the tripod. Let's do that because I think it's important.
can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John D.
I'm gonna write that down. John D. I don't know why I feel that it's important. Let's ask more.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
D was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
True
Well,
that.
whatever it was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
But to be clear, Houdini was an escapologist, so he's right about that.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, it's the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology.
So ask again.
Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
Alright, so why can't I open the window?
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
Alright, so basically don't touch it. I can ask more.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
It's the most basic alarm I've ever heard of. Do you know something about the Knights Templar?
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Is that a saying? I can ask more.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that.
Yeah, I could do it right
Do
now.
you see? If I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history.
No, but
At
lie.
your age? Dream on.
Lie, I said. Lie. Go tell him to do that right now so I can open the window for... I don't know why, but I want to do that.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No.
No.
They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Yeah, I need to speak to him. I think he is at the other building we just saw outside. And is it Lobineau? I remember now that Nico or Nicole told us about him and that we should go visit him and he can tell us more about the Knights Templar or something I found. I don't know. What did I find? I found the manuscript, but I think Nico still has it. Why do I want to speak about money?
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
Probably
A rare
nothing.
example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
Is that true though?
Who was Philippe le Bel?
You don't know? Philippe IV, the King of France.
Wasn't he the guy who wiped out the Knights Templar?
I have no idea, monsieur. All I know is he was King of France. I don't even know why he was called Philippe le Bel.
Alright, so that the coins are connected also. What about the pottery?
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
Alright, so basically this is just archaeology. They found this and people used them in the past, is what they're saying with in a weird way.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisians came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Yeah, oui, they connect the market, cleaned up.
I'm seriously wondering, because he said he knows nothing about history, that I feel like everything he's telling me is just made up.
You don't know the first thing about those pots, do you?
That's what I
No,
was saying.
monsieur.
Alright, thanks. Do you know this man?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
Well, if you're a good cop, maybe. Yeah, I don't want to do anything else.
Thanks for your help.
If you can call it that. So I need to fight Lobino. I haven't looked at this yet. A statue. Don't touch that! Wait, was that what I told you to do?
The totem pole looked distinctly out of place in the setting of the museum.
Are you gonna push it down? Do you need to?
It was an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus with a beautifully painted effigy of its owner on the lid.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
So I can hide in it, see?
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Look at this, or do something
I was
with
no
it.
desecrator of tombs. It was a stone carving from ancient Egypt.
So this is what is confusing me, because the left symbol is a magnifying glass, which to me is the same as looking at it closely or inspecting it, because that's what you use a magnifying glass for. But then the right item is an eye, which means looking at it. So I keep clicking left because I feel like it's gonna be inspect or something, and he starts using the items, which to me would be like a hand symbol. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm nagging about nothing, but let's go outside, see if we can do something over there. Maybe we need to push the totem pole, he gets distracted and open the window. Something like that?
The tripod was definitely the one on the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
Oh yeah, let's go to Nico and tell her. And since our future is connected, maybe she'll come with us. I do remember there being a goat in this game that eats our pants or something, or is aggressive towards us. I think that's an island. So we're probably gonna go there. Is she home? And I can also tell her that her friend wasn't there. And maybe she can tell me what days he works or something. Not sure.
Hi, Jules.
I'm back.
I found a tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marne.
I have heard of Loch Marne. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
Could have just sat
A
in your
popular
chair.
gossip magazine. You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Whoops. Now we do need to buy flowers.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle at Loch Marne. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program.
Can he read French? Didn't know that. But he was just an American.
This site at Loch Marne must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram.
I
How do
agree.
you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Bellotta case. If you really think Picram's gem is important, why don't you visit Loch Marne?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly?
Wait, what? You didn't even know? Let's ask her about him.
What do you know about Professor Pegram?
I've seen a television program, Pilgrim's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
I'll bet he'd be interested in the manuscript.
Well, isn't everyone interested in the manuscript? Isn't it gonna lead to a lot of gold or money or something?
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Oh, I didn't want to do that, but fine. Talk about the tripod.
That's the tripod in the crew museum.
Wait, where do you see that? Oh, here. So what we need to do is find the gem. Didn't they say it was in Ireland? And this is sunlight, so we need to put it somewhere where the sun strikes it and it will show us a message, I think.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Hideous? I thought they were just men.
The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Wait, he's talking about, what did he say, night? What is?
There's a guy working on a loom.
That's this?
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
But there was a woman. Alright, let's go. I can speak to her about her, I don't know why.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Tell me more.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the time I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Aren't you?
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year. But it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times. Warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while my grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his rolling. He put the lid back on the tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. And with his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage, instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
It's kind of a big apartment. I mean, she's in the middle of Paris, right? Paris is very expensive to live in. And it's really, really big. So yeah, she shouldn't complain. I feel like we have spoken about all these things at one point, so I don't think we need to do that anymore. I don't want to look at the manuscript again.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Keep me informed if you find anything new.
So I guess it's time to go to Ireland. But are we just gonna go? Or do I need to do something? Because I'm not sure. Thank you for watching. Curious what happens next? Subscribe to my page so you don't miss anything.